is happening? YouTube, it is your boy Trev. Okay, a link for the Juris protocol website is up. And let me take you there right now. Look at a couple things. This is beautiful. Shout out to David Skinder and LL who've been working on this. David, I believe, came up with the design. He does extremely professional and beautiful work. Very unique, very innovative. There were some unique elements, actually, that he's put in here. All these little triangles and that he's come up with, the whole color motif. I really like it. If you look down in the bottom left-hand corner here, where it says Juris Protocol, then right next to that, you see all the little crazy triangles going everywhere. Those are actually letters. And David told me all about this, and no disrespect. It's just that I have a million things on my mind going on right now at the end of our work season. But I think, if I remember correctly, this is kind of like an alphabet, right? And this basically spells out Juris Protocol. And if I'm remembering correctly, I think he actually developed this and made a letter out of all these different configurations of these triangles. So it's almost like its own alphabet, its own language. But I mean, you can write things, and you're going to see this throughout the whole entire website because it's not up yet. This is the coming soon page, right? So when you click on or when you type in jurisprotocol.com, this is where you go. There are a lot of other pages already done. I've seen a lot of them. They are absolutely beautiful. Everything follows the same motif. It just all ties together and looks so nice. Now there's some programming, whatever things that they have to do before they can actually release the whole thing. But as it says, working on the website, stay tuned. Things are happening really fast. It's just a matter of coding this or coding that or whatever it is. But all that is happening in the background. I see the conversations going on all the time about, can you get this together? Can you get that together? Building this, building that. Or co-dev, not frag, the other one, has been really sick for a little while. And so I got to think that probably has slowed things down a little bit. Talked to him today, feeling a little better. Not exactly 100%, but even through it all, he's still working on this and getting quite a bit done. So very happy about that. So anyway, this page, all the links work. This is basically how the whole website is going to look. Again, the triangles, the colors, the everything. But before they actually wanted to, they just going to throw something up that said, hey, coming soon. But they wanted to make sure a lot of this stuff is working. And you can click on any one of these things and watch where it brings you. So this brings you to the validator page. There I am again. I just want to show you that all this stuff is working. Right off of that, go right back. We have got the Terraport Coin Haul, the Lunk Pair, the Terra Classic Terraport. That brings you there. And then you have the Osmosis, again on Coin Haul. I don't know. I'll have to scroll around and find that. And, oh, there it is. Just took a while. What else? Oh, great. So we have over on the BNB side, this takes you over to Deck Screener, and you can see, it's still rack off. Also, those things are being worked on, and it's proving to be a little more difficult than what was hoped. Other people need to do some things, some coding, write some things or whatever to actually get this changed. It's not as easy as us just requesting it and them doing it. I'll be honest with you, it feels like it's maybe not so much of a priority for them. And so LL is pushing as much as he can to get it done as soon as he can. It's not a huge priority. It's not a huge deal. Everything is working here. Everything is safe. If you have some rack off, right, over on the BNB side, leave it there, move it, do whatever you want with it. It's not in any jeopardy at all. It's just the thing of changing the name, which kind of irks me. I want everything to be uniform and to just go ahead with the Juris. When I click on this, that's what I want to see. But it doesn't really mean anything. It makes no difference to the actual token. It's just the name, right? So take you out of that one. And again, that link takes you to the BNB. This one takes you to the Solana pair, right? Also, Deck Screener, so you can check that out, right? So all those links work. Then, down in the right-hand corner here, this would take you to the X page, and you see the backsplash has already been changed to match the website, keeping everything uniform. It looks absolutely stunning. Discord, that'll happen That takes you over there. And again, you get the backsplash. Looks really, really nice. Let me click out of that. This will take you to the Telegram. Boom, boom, boom. And close that down. And finally, this will take you to the white paper. Now, if you're invested in Juris and you still don't really know what exactly it does, take your time and read through some of this. Now, some of it actually is a little complex, maybe a little technical. If you're not technically minded, or if you don't have those skills, if you don't really understand a lot about finance, you might find reading this somewhat challenging. But take your time, read through it, look things up if you need to look it up, understand how this works, because there are going to be so many ways that you can make money with this protocol once actually everything goes live. If you're not involved in Juris and you've been hearing about it, but you don't really know exactly what it does, again, click on that white paper. Go ahead and read through it. Learn. If there are questions that you have about anything, ask Frag, ask L. You can ask me too, and I may have the answer, but probably I won't if it's something too technical, but I can certainly get the answer for you. Anyway, I just wanted to show you this. Again, it's stunning to me. It looks absolutely, absolutely beautiful. It's a pleasure to be able to actually show you the work that is being done, the work that is being completed. Because I know that you see a lot of things happening with other projects right now. A lot of things are moving. Some things didn't really move all that well today because of some things that have gone on in the United States Fed and other things that are happening. But ultimately, you do see that we are really coming into this bull market. You see things are doing really, really well, and you're saying, okay, what in the world is going on with Juris, right? I keep telling you, this is one, I hate to say it because I have a problem with this, but you have to be a little patient about. Because if you look at the quality here of what's happening, they could have just thrown up anything that said, coming soon, and that was it. They didn't do that. They went through the trouble of making sure all the links worked, that everything was absolutely perfect. This is the attention to detail that is going to go into every aspect and every facet of this development, of this build. That's going to take time. Not going to rush it out and half-ass it just to say, we got to get it out, this deadline, blah, 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 blah. No. We want the best product, not necessarily the fastest product. Still, the timelines that were talked about, Q1, maybe late Q1, or maybe early Q2 of 2025. But honestly, it might not feel like it. It might not seem like it. But things are actually moving in the background a lot faster than you might actually think, okay? Can't promise you a date, but I can only tell you that I would not be surprised if we see it happen a little sooner, more on the earlier side than on the later part of that time window that we were talking about. Barring any major issues that might come up or whatever, if everything goes well, I think we could see this pretty early on, maybe into 2025. I'm talking done. We're going to be seeing different pieces of this come out as we go. Some pieces that will actually be usable and, the staking. Different things are going to happen here. But I'm talking full-fledged, done, active, ready to go, ready for everybody to use. Fingers crossed. It could happen a lot sooner than what we think, okay? If you have a bag, not financial advice, but if I were you, I'd hold on to that bag. I would add to that bag. If you don't have a bag, read through the white paper, ask questions, figure out what's going on, because this is something that is going to be absolutely huge. More than what you've even heard about, there are other plans. It's like, once that's done, once what we're doing right now is built, you know what we could do with this? We could add that to it, or we could use it to do this. All the things that are being talked about are absolutely doable. And if they're talking about it, I have full confidence they're going to get it done, because they really want to see this thing blossom and grow into just a mega project that does phenomenal things for Terra Classic, for all of the cosmos really, and for everyone who is invested and who has been patient and waited. So if you don't have a bag, think about it really, really hard. And don't necessarily wait. As things are down right now, there's really no better time than the present. Once this thing actually starts moving, when everything starts clicking and it starts moving, I think it's going to move pretty fast. And I don't think we're going to see, like, once it gets out of this area that it's in, the chart wise. Let's go over to the chart. Just click the little link, right? 5064897, I believe, is where we are. Do I have to refresh this to get the chart up? Sometimes I do. It's really, really weird with CoinHall. I don't know why it doesn't always load the first time. Anyway, you see her coming down a little bit. But again, zoom out. Take it into perspective. What is this? What are we on? The 12 hour? Let's go to the daily chart. And when you zoom out, you know, see that we are definitely still up. However, as of late, we're down a little bit. Okay. We've been up to that 401 area. We've been a little bit past it. Right now, we're down at 506. You know, it's up and down. I think once we break past that 401 and we stay there, we actually hold it, everything points to holding it, I think that we could see it kind of take off a little bit. And I'm not sure that once we break it and hold it, I'm not sure that we'll ever come back down below it. But again, nobody has a crystal ball. You really can't tell. I'm talking to you guys about this, but I'm not even showing it to you. Sorry. Here it is. That was silly. There's the chart. Yeah, we're over here. I mean, we were way up here. You know, I don't see it really coming back down below that once we break above it. And we will break back above it. I have no doubt in my mind about that. Do your own due diligence. Do whatever it is that you want to do with your money. Ask questions if you have them, and we will try to get them answered for you. All right, that's all. I wanted to show you what was going on. You may have already seen it on X, but wanted to just chat with you about it for a little bit. So I'll talk to you soon. Okay, ciao.